Hey, what's up everybody? This is Frantic and this is the Get Down Christmas special. And today we're gonna be making some roast beef and some Bonbon Patate, which is a old family recipe of mine passed down to my mom from my grandmother to my mom. Basically the idea is to try to make something delicious out of very little. Because when my grandmother and my mother were growing up, they didn't have much around the house. So the recipe, basically all it entails is a bag of powdered sugar, peanut butter, and potatoes. And it tastes amazing. So it's Bonbon Patate translates to potato candy. So first you gotta chop up the potatoes and peel the potatoes, which I did. It's you know, there's the skins right there. If you have a deep fryer, which is I have, you can make fry the skins with them, or you could do it on a pan too. But yeah, I like potatoes. They're like, it's just a solid vegetable. You can do a lot with potatoes. You know, sturdy. So we're gonna have a recording and writing workshop here at my place. This is my house, by the way. Welcome. But the COVID cases had gone haywire in the past days, so we're gonna hopefully do it next year. And I'm really excited because there's a lot of talented folks out here. And if you get a bunch of talented people together in one room, magic. That's what we're doing here. We're making magic out of potatoes and sugar and peanut butter. Chopping the potatoes. It's the potato takeover. It's taking over the whole cutting board. So yeah, what my mom would like do a lot of the time is when she'd make something with a lot of potatoes, we'd usually have Bonbon Patate for dessert, because you can always all it takes is 3 potatoes. So if she'd make shepherd's pie or something, shout out to Shepherd's Pie for sponsoring my growth spurt. I'm 5'8", what up? We would eat potatoes, and then she'd take the leftover potatoes and make Bonbon Patate. Big fan. Peanut butter, sugar, you know, you don't taste the potato. Everyone's kind of weirded out about the fact that it's potatoes and candy, but it works. Potato's just a combining agent, you know? You know? It's just a big hug. Big hug of potatoes, hugging all the ingredients together. So, you know, starch. Starch it up. This is getting to be a pretty big mountain of potatoes. We're getting there. It's happening live and direct here at the Get Down Studios, AKA my house, AKA not really the Get Down Studios. Oh, you hear that bubble? You hear the sizzle? It's getting ready for boiling time. These potatoes are ready to be boiled. All right, when you do this, don't do it like this, because you are going to burn yourself, but this is how I do it. Safety first, friends. So yeah, we're gonna wait for those potatoes to boil, and then we're gonna mash them. So stay tuned for when that's all ready. Camera magic. We're back because of camera magic. Now we got this big old starchy mess is ready to get strained. That's what happens when you're in a cooking show and you gotta do your own dishes. So, you got your potatoes right here. And then, so we're gonna do Bonbon Patate first. So with Bonbon Patate, it's about, like, you need about 3 potatoes. Oh shit. Need about 3 potatoes worth of potatoes. So like, let's say that's 1, that's 2, and maybe a little bit more. So about 3 potatoes worth of potatoes. Let's just get a couple more for good measure. So say you got 3 potatoes in there, and then you gotta mash them. Mash them. You take all the frustrations you have pent up in you in the universe, and you mash those potatoes. Rage! After you mash the potatoes, take this thing of powdered sugar, and you just dump it in there. Oh, geez. And you mix it all up. I mean, back when it was first created, you'd probably get the bag of sugar for like, I don't know, like 10 cents or something. Now it's like $3, still pretty cheap. And then you kind of, it'll turn into a paste, or at least it should. All these ingredients, except maybe the peanut butter. The peanut butter would have been a bit more expensive, but would have been like, you know, really, really inexpensive. And then the end result comes out and it's really, really rich and tasty. So the idea is making, you know, something out of nothing, which is kind of like the way I see art and like life in general, is like trying to make the most fun out of what you have, and trying to find pleasure in, you know, the things that you have and making something beautiful out of it. Hip hop was a lot like that too, you know? It was like in the Bronx in the 70s, where like people didn't have access to like instruments and stuff like that. Were able to make music out of their parents' records and create parties and culture, and with the break dancing and stuff. You know, so it's about taking the things you have and making something beautiful out of it. That's Bonbon Patate in a nutshell. You can see that it's becoming like this paste. Okay, and then you gotta mash it a bit more, so we're gonna use some TV magic. I'm frantic, and we're back. So after you let the paste cool in the fridge for a bit, just so it sticks together, you're gonna lay a tray out with some flour, just so it doesn't stick. And then you have your appetizing paste of sugar and potatoes. And then what you're gonna do is, you see now, because it's cooled, it's like becoming a paste and it's sticking together. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll it out on a tray like this. Preferably use parchment paper, but I'm not prepared. So we're gonna do it this way. And tap it in. And then if you have a roller, use that, but I don't. So, shout out to this thing. I'm gonna roll it out. And put some flour on this, doesn't stick. All right, and then you take your peanut butter. And you lather it on. You can also do peanut butter and jam or like Nutella. Nutella works really well too. I like peanut butter, the classic, better, but you can kind of put anything in here. It's kind of just sweet. And just for this special occasion, I got more peanut butter, but we're gonna scrape this one up first. Got brand new peanut butter right here. Beautiful. All right. Now normally you'd get someone with a little more precise about it. You roll that up. And you chop them into little pieces like this. And we're gonna put them in. And who do we have at the door, ladies and gentlemen?
It's not who you think. What's up, y'all? Ooh. We're making the Bonbon Patate.
We're making the Bonbon Patate.
Nice. Fashionably late, fashionably on time. I'll be right back.
Cool. And then if you just want sugar, this is for the real ones over here. All right, and then you do that one too, but you know, TV magic. And then you take this and you cool it for like an hour or so. Right in the fridge. And then you wait.